Hello. We're talking about approval seeking and people pleasing. I have to tell you, I've had to do a lot of work, and I still do. So as you think about what your life can be in the future, I want you to remember that inherently you have strength and intelligence and potential and talent. Also, you have all that you've gained over the years. Divorce is traumatic. It can interfere with our ability to feel confident and capable. It can separate us from our wisdom or not allow us to hear the things we know to be true. Still, all of that wisdom and all of those inherent things, they're still there. Divorce cannot change that. As you begin to make changes, no matter how small those changes are, and remember, we're going to be working incrementally, each step your confidence will follow. It will grow and expand as your transformation unfolds. And you'll see there's no end to what you can accomplish. That's why we want to engage in self-care, however. Self-care is on the other spectrum of people-pleasing and approval-seeking. In self-care, we take the time to take care of ourselves. But when we're approval-seeking or people-pleasing, we never seem to have time for ourselves. And our lives focus on the care of others or giving other people what they need or making other people happy. One of the ways to turn things around is to say no to something in order to say yes to our own emotional, physical, and mental well-being. So, are you ready? Should we dive into this? Who's with me? Let's go. Whew. Okay, loneliness. One of the most difficult emotions. I was so lonely going through divorce, and of course I'm still lonely sometimes. We're all going to be lonely in our life, but the loneliness of divorce is particularly acute, and it's something we try to avoid. A lot of codependency comes from just not wanting that loneliness and wanting to feel safe, want to know that we'll have people with us. When we are approval-seeking and people-pleasing, it's because we have that fear of being alone or loneliness. It can make us just agree with things that we don't really want to agree to. We might make ourselves seem less intelligent. There's a lot of different things that we will do, all to avoid loneliness. So approval-seeking and people-pleasing are two behaviors that go with codependence, and they are different though. So approval seekers are people who gain strength from being validated by others. Instead of feeling strong and confident because of what they know about themselves, they need others to validate that in order to feel it. So they might be the strongest, most powerful person, but if they don't know that themselves and they need someone else to say it, then that's part of their vulnerability. That's part of why they're approval seeking. We need validation in order to feel we have value when we're approval seeking. Some examples might be saying, "Are you mad at me? Are you sure?" These things show up in our conversations. It's a lot of apologizing even when you don't feel sorry or you don't think you should feel sorry, but you're willing to beat yourself up internally, so it's all with the neuroplasticity of it. And in making those changes, that's how you build self-confidence. As you learn to give up needing other people to validate you, you will have confidence in yourself. You'll see that you no longer need people to praise you. So one of the things I want you to do is write down any of the ways you may be manifesting approval seeking. Are there things that you always need someone else's support, or you feel like you're not going to do the right thing, or that you're not going to be loved? So take a minute and write down any ways that you may be manifesting approval seeking. And when we come back, we're going to talk about people pleasing.